There's my sound.
I think I'm just naturally, it's the three coffees. I'm naturally talking louder than you.
You're just naturally louder.
What can I say? I'm a naturally loud person.
That's true.
I think we've got our intro.
I think we have.
That was definitely our intro.
You requested a gong.
I did. I requested many gongs, actually, so I'm expecting more than just that one.
We can probably fit a few more in.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So this is Boobah
Rhymes with
Tuba.
It is indeed.
We didn't practice that. We should have practiced that.
Yeah, we should have. But I think it was just better.
I think it
like
was.
That.
Well, we did have. I suppose we did have a really big practice.
We had a massive practice.
This is our first episode, but it's the second time we've done it because we recorded it, but badly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It was like 2 weeks ago as well now. So
yeah,
I can't remember what we said. So we might say the same things again.
We might say it
We
again.
might not.
Who's going to know?
Exactly.
We won't.
No, we won't.
So yeah, Boobah rhymes with tuba.
It does.
Well, it doesn't.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Depends how you say it. We'll talk about that in a bit.
We will. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah. I'm Paul. Hello.
Hello, I'm Nathan.
Hello.
Nice to meet you.
What's been going on with you?
Not much. Just got back from Texas yesterday.
Yeah.
So
took a photo of a really tiny woman and a massive car.
Right. Yeah. Pretty much. That was my whole trip. Yeah. No, it was my cousin's wedding. She lives out in Austin.
Oh, very nice.
I was going to say with her fiance, with her now husband.
That's usually how that works.
That's how a wedding works. Yeah. Yeah. It was a really good time.
Excellent.
Spent about a week out there.
Very nice.
What's been going on with you?
What's been going on with me? Not a lot. I've been down to London. I've been to Birmingham. I've been all over the place doing lots of little music-y bits and bobs.
Lovely jubbly.
As is the pattern. Who are you?
I'm Nathan.
Well, we've
already done that.
We did that bit, but what are you?
What am I?
What are you? In fact, maybe I'll tell everyone who you are.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Go on.
So you're Nathan.
I am indeed.
You're a mathematician.
Sure.
Caffeine addict.
A little bit.
I mean, a little bit.
Okay. A little bit.
A little bit.
I like that.
And drummer.
Sometimes. Actually, slightly too often.
A lot of the time. Most of the time you're sat behind a kit when I see you.
That's because I mostly see you in music, to be fair.
That's true.
I'm not sat behind a kit now. That would be weird.
You're not. You're also, I can't remember how you phrased this in the past, but basically young enough to be my son.
Yes. Legally. I believe so.
Legally. Yeah. That was it. Legally.
Yeah.
So who am I?
Who are you? You are Paul.
Ah.
You are a musician.
Oh, thank you.
Your home address is... You are a trombonist.
Attempting to be.
At the University of Nottingham.
I am.
You are a mature student.
In title.
Yep. Immature in spirit.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes.
That pretty much sums you up there.
I said that's about right. Yeah. So I think we should probably talk about the premise of what we're doing here.
Sounds like a good idea.
So we are each week going to be discussing 2 words.
Yep.
That rhyme.
Sometimes.
Tentatively or otherwise. We don't necessarily need to talk in detail or with accuracy about these things. We might not even talk about them at all. It's just a stepping off point.
Exactly. It might lead to a massive tangent that takes up the whole rest of the podcast.
Which is quite likely.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we're going to get people to, you lovely listener, of course, to send in your rhyming words.
Yep.
And you could send us in rhyming words that are maybe cat and mat, for example, which
there we go.
I know a lot about mats.
And I've got 2 cats.
There we go. So that's a podcast.
There, we've got episode 2 sorted.
There we go.
Simple.
But you might sort of then, I can't even think of complicated words that rhyme. That's where this falls down. I don't know. So maybe like the artwork of Salvador Dali. What rhymes with that? And
Diwali.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I know in a little... We could talk about that, but I feel that we'd maybe go off on a tangent quite quickly on that one.
Immediately.
Yeah. And so that's where our name comes from. We'll talk about this again in a little bit, but
yeah.
Boobah rhymes with tuba.
Which we've recently decided it doesn't really.
Well, no, it doesn't.
Depends how you pronounce it.
It does depend a lot on how you pronounce it. So we have the 3 combinations. Boobah rhymes with tuba.
Yep.
Which... immediately negates what a tuba is, I think.
Yeah.
Then we've got Boobah rhymes with tuba, which is a little bit funny.
That is very funny, actually.
Or then you just go fully with Boobah rhymes with Tuba.
Yeah.
And I think that's the one that I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Don't worry, I've got an energy drink for later.
Oh, that's good. I mean, we don't want you to get too awake.
Too awake?
Oh yeah, no. So there's a thing where when you're really tired and basically asleep, but conscious but not really functioning.
Yeah.
That's when you have like an energy drink or a coffee.
Yeah.
To get you to more awake.
Yeah.
And that's where normal people stop.
Yeah.
You, however, go into like. I guess it's sort of maybe just like a super awake state.
I transcend the normal awake level.
Yes, that's it. So we wouldn't want you to get back into the just normal awake state, which is, for you now, dangerously low energy levels. So
I'd say pre this coffee.
Yeah. What was this? This is coffee number 3.
This is coffee number 3.
Just for context, it's
they are
11 o'clock.
They are small coffees. I am in the wrong time zone, so for me it's 5 o'clock in the morning. So for me to even be here is amazing.
Oh, that is amazing. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, rhyme time.
Rhyme time.
It's rhyme
It's
time.
not the whole intro.
At some point, we'll insert jingle here.
Yes, there we go. And a gong.
Yeah, probably a gong. I think it's a gong. I'm going to assume that dead air was the sound of a gong.
Cool.
Nice. So, rhyme time. Each week, we're going to get suggestions from you lovely listeners for 2 rhyming words. But as this is episode 1, we have come up with our own rhyming words, which is the title of our podcast.
Yes.
Boobah Rhymes with Tuba. So we thought we'd maybe give you more of an explanation of what that is and maybe what it makes us think about.
Yes.
What does Boobah... No, we'll come to that.
We'll come back to that, yeah.
So, go on, tell the story.
Tell the story.
Tell the story.
So, once upon a time, in the magical land of Belgium...
Ooh. You know the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy story about Belgium. Yeah. Brilliant.
We're repeating the hits from 2 weeks ago. In the magical land of Belgium, when was this? 2021?
Yes. 2021.
April, probably.
About then.
It was Easter. Yeah. As we were on the Blowsock music tour.
Hang on, we're just for people that don't know. I mean, I would imagine it would be very few people outside of Blowsock that will listen to this.
That's very true.
But what is Blowsock?
Blowsock is the best named society
it is.
At the University of
So
Nottingham.
the Society of Blow.
Brass, Wind and Percussion Society.
It is.
At the University of Nottingham. There we go.
Which we are both
proud members.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyway, as we were on the Blowsock tour to Belgium, we decided to write some limericks about people. And it started off with just like our small group of about 5 of us probably. And then we decided to expand it to do all, I want to say 48 people.
That sounds
on
right.
The trip.
Yeah, 48 feels about right.
Feels right.
Yeah.
Some people it was very easy. Some people it was very difficult. Some people we didn't know very well at all. Some people we knew very well. And then we got to Toby. Who was the tuba player.
He was the tuba player.
Who was indeed the tuba player. And, well, obviously we were trying to work out rhymes that were with tuba.
I think I spent quite a large amount of time, not fully involved. I was a few rows back, but would be on a rhyming dictionary website, just occasionally shouting out unhelpful noises.
Yes. So when it got to Toby, I was trying to remember the first line of the limerick, but it ended in tuba. So we were trying to come up with words that rhyme with tuba. And Paul was sitting there with his rhyming dictionary on his phone.
We came up with things like Cuba. Toby, have you ever been to Cuba? No.
That doesn't help.
Scuba. Do you like scuba diving? No.
That doesn't help either.
Luba. I'm not going to ask. Aruba. Chaluba. Loads of these things.
And being in our sleep deprived state, these were getting funnier and funnier with each one he said.
I remember then you get the 7 syllables of Santiago de Cuba.
There we go.
That was another good one. And then Boobah came along.
Something about I think it was partly it's a stupid word.
Yep.
It was partly the fact that these words were getting longer and longer and longer. You got to 7 syllables and then suddenly dropped down to 2. And something about it. I'm not sure anyone else found it that funny.
No, I think it was fairly contained to the 2 of us.
It was just the funniest thing we'd heard all week at least.
But since that moment, we've kind of greeted each other every time we've seen each other with a big Boobah!
It's kind of like, you know the Smurfs?
Yes.
You know how like their language is they can just replace any word with Smurf?
Yes.
That's kind of how we treat Boobah. We call each other Boobah. We greet each other with Boobah. Boobah.
Rhymes with tuba, that.
That does rhyme with tuba. Yeah, we can put it anywhere. When something good happens, when something bad happens.
Boobah.
Indeed.
Boobah.
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 So yeah, that's kind of the origin story. There's a lot more backstory to that. We need to meet a lovely character called Don.
I'm sure he will come up.
We need to talk about the Brown.
Of course. That whole tour was
a real deep dive into our mental states.
Yes, and had a big impact on our mental states as
yeah.
well. But also, I feel was the birth of our strong friendship.
I think people would call it a bromance.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I believe prior to that trip, we were peers.
Yes. We were occasionally in the same room.
Yes, and occasionally had a conversation.
Yes.
But post that trip, it's been something else.
Oh, so Boobah. Out of our own internal construct of the word, what's Boobah? What is Boobah?
What is Boobah? What does it mean? What does it represent? How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel warm inside.
It does, doesn't it? I believe we looked it up and it was a children's TV show.
Yes, Boobah, 2003.
There we go. I was right.
Children's TV series, 1 season.
Yep.
4 out of 10 on IMDb.
Oh,
so that's
could be worse.
Yeah.
I did think you were going to say 4 out of 5 at first.
It looks
terrifying.
Well, they are terrifying.
They really are.
It's kind of like a cross between Teletubbies and
Mr. Blobby, and I'm going to say like some sort of terrifying Doctor Who alien. So yeah, that's what Boobah is.
Yeah.
But it means to us
means something
so much more,
so much deeper.
It's deeper. It's a real kind of meaning of life thing.
There's a very intellectual property to Boobah. Tubas though.
Tubas are great.
Tubas are
we
great.
do love tubas.
Yeah.
I went to see a.
You've quite famously dressed up as a tuba, haven't you?
No. I'm not going to roll with that. What are you on about? Okay. I went to see a college American football game while I was in Texas.
Yeah.
There's the Texas Longhorns. Matthew McConaughey's from there. Anyway. He was there for some reason. He just walked onto the pitch at one point. Not mid-game. It was during half-time.
Was he allowed? He just does this now. Anyway, Matthew McConaughey's back, people. Come on, just give him a minute. He's getting into his tuba costume.
They had one of those massive marching bands that you get at American colleges. I always assumed that like American college that you see in films was like very like exaggerated. No, it's exactly like that. Yeah. It was really weird. Anyway, they had a massive marching band, and there was probably like 10 tuba players. Like obviously the marching band tubas, so like they were wearing them.
The sousaphone tuba.
And they were on this, like the band was on this staircase, and obviously the tuba players were at the back. And they came down onto the pitch for half time, meaning these tuba players. The steps were really steep at this stadium. Had to walk down all these steps to get onto the pitch, then walk around on the pitch with their tubas, and then walk back up all the steps again. And I just felt sorry for them. It was boiling hot that day as well. It was like 30 degrees. You know, they play 60 minutes.
Yeah.
But it takes 3.5 hours.
Oh, man.
We were sitting there for like... And then extra time. We were sitting there for like 4 hours.
Good grief.
Watching it in like 30-degree heat with the sun on us. It was ridiculous. Because they play about 15 seconds and then go off to talk about it. Oh, no, we both went to drink at the same time. Dead air.
Uh-oh. That was...
something.
That was the opposite of ASMR.
Yeah, it actually was. That's not relaxing anyway.
No.
I don't get ASMR.
No.
We're going to go for that whole tangent here. I don't understand it.
No.
Holly loves it.
Everything I've seen of ASMR has always been like weird things on TikTok, and just like someone going, "I'm going to cut some bread."
Yeah, no, that's
Why are you holding
right.
microphones so close to your bread knife?
Yeah, I don't understand it. And like the ones where it's like slime or something, and the whole thing is just like.
That's the noise.
Thank you.
The noise. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't see how people find it relaxing.
No.
I also don't get when like the tapping thing, and people are like, oh, like it like tingles my spine. I'm like, it's just a noise.
I also get really sort of stressed if people are whispering for too long and it's just a little bit intense. I'm not really saying anything particular, but it's meant to be relaxing, but actually it kind of just grates and it's a little bit of a high frequency thing and it really winds me up. Yeah, I think we should avoid the ASMR market.
Yes,
The sounds that we've produced so far. Do you know what's really good in a podcast?
What's
It's when you
really
do a callback to previous episodes, especially when those episodes haven't been aired.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even going to give context for that noise.
No, we don't need context for that noise. I'm also going to wait for the chair to stop creaking.
It's done that quite a lot. I'm worried that your mic keeps picking it up.
I hope it doesn't.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
We have some administrative functions to complete. First on the list, we thought it'd be quite nice to do like a little, just a quiz each week.
Yeah.
And because of this as being like the first one, I've got a little BuzzFeed quiz for you.
Oh, have you now?
I have. And it's which musical instrument are you most like based on your personality?
Ooh.
So we're going to be looking at some really in-depth. We're going to really get to know you, Nathan.
Oh, that's terrifying.
And then perhaps next episode
we'll get to know you.
We'll get to know me a little more. Which musical instrument are you?
Go for it.
Here we go. What's your favourite subject? And you've got some options. Math.
Ooh. American.
History. They just leave all the last letters off.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Music and lunch.
Lunk,
yeah.
As a hobby, music is definitely my favourite thing. But as a subject, in school, I mean, obviously I'm studying maths at university.
So history then. Yeah.
It's going to be history. No, I did history GCSE and I did not enjoy it. I'm going to go with maths because as a subject, the theory side of music, I never really enjoyed that much. I did it, but I didn't really enjoy it. But I've always enjoyed maths.
Maths it is. Question number 2, and I'll just say as well, this is of 5. So again, really in-depth, like psychoanalytical research.
Yeah.
What do you do in your free time?
Music.
That's not one of the options. A lot of these are actually functions that you need to do to live.
Oh, okay.
But so we can maybe discount eat and sleep because
I'd say those aren't free time things because you have to do them. You have
to do them, yeah.
I wouldn't say the hours of 11 to 7, 11 in the evening to 7 in the morning. I wouldn't say that's free time.
I would also say
because I need to sleep.
These things are things that you might put up at the end of a CV of in my spare time, I like to sleep.
Yeah.
Of a weekend, I really enjoy eating.
Yeah. Only on the weekend though.
Yeah. So we'll discount those 2, but there's still 4 more suggestions.
Yeah.
Playing sports, hanging with friends, read.
Not reading.
No, just read. Watch TV. I'll go with hanging with friends. Hanging with friends, nice. What's your favourite food? Assuming that you've decided that eating is one of the things you like to do in your free time.
Yes.
Pizza, burgers, tacos, or anything sweet. Really getting into all the food groups.
That's every single option there. Yeah. I'm going to go with pizza.
Pizza is a good choice. On to question 4. Do you study before a test?
Yeah. How long before a test? It probably doesn't specify.
It doesn't specify. It does tend to just go into a slightly more a different way of thinking about this question.
Okay.
Of course, and then if I have time, I don't care if I fail. If the test is hard, if I'm in the mood, I wing it.
I'll go with of course.
I mean, yeah,
because yeah.
And the final question, of which you would assume is like a free text option.
Right.
What's your lucky number? There are 6 options.
Okay.
1, 6, 7, 13, 23, 104.
Those are odd options. You know what? I'll go with 23 because my
23.
birthday's on the 23rd.
Ah, I like that. Very nice. There's a little cat on a typewriter. Typewriter. It's not a typewriter.
So
It's really showing my age. Little laptop. And okay,
have we got it?
we've got it. This again. It's told us your musical instrument based on your personality.
Okay.
And it is your personality is you're a total introvert and you're amazing at academics. You're smart and independent, and everyone respects that. And what instrument is that? It's a clarinet.
But that doesn't fit the description whatsoever.
Oh no. I think that therein lies the beauty of the BuzzFeed quiz.
Hang on. Let's break down this description. Introvert,
Yes.
but I said hanging with friends,
Yes.
which is not very introverted, right?
Well, it depends what you're doing when you're hanging with your friends. Maybe you're just...
But in order to make friends in the first place, you have to be fairly extroverted.
You do.
Then what else did it say?
Amazing at academics.
Okay, sure. I don't see how that adds to clarinet, but I guess kind of music in general. And like,
You're smart and independent.
oh yeah, because clarinets, there's only one of them.
And everyone respects that.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I think that description fits drumming more.
I think it does. I think it's time for our weekly dad joke.
Absolutely. Here it is. Henry VIII liked his wives to be athletic and healthy. And that was the problem. See, she wouldn't walk, she wouldn't run, she would simply amble in. Thank you. I knew you'd appreciate that.
I do like that. That's very good. Nice.
So, next episode,
Yes.
I'll bring the quiz, you bring the dad joke.
Okay.
So we'll alternate.
Yeah. Perfect. I like that. And I'm going to keep that bit in, I think.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Just to...
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah. This is
backstage tour.
backstage. What? What? You said that so enthusiastically.
It's like a really exciting thing. I got a backstage tour on the Boobah Rhymes with Tuba podcast. That's I think our podcast. Get in touch with us and follow us and look at all of our lovely photos on Instagram.
Like, subscribe, share,
Yeah,
all that jazz.
all that jazz. At Boobah Tuba Pod.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
Should have specified that.
I think I said Instagram.
I don't think you did.
I probably just said the socials again.
Yeah, you can submit your rhyming words there. You can see random posts that we post depending on what we said randomly in the episode. I said the word random and post like 3 times each then. That was fun.
There'll be some more editing fun. Editing magic.
Leave it. It'll be fine.
So give us a follow and subscribe to this wherever you listen to this. Hopefully, if you're listening to this, well done if you've made it this far.
That's impressive.
That's something I didn't say at all in this edit of episode 1. Ear holes. No.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about that.
I'm going to leave this in as well.
Yeah. So thank you for allowing us entry to your ear holes.
Well, I've made it weird.
That made it very weird, actually. Like, ear holes in general is weird, actually. So
yes, it is. We look forward to being welcomed back into your ear holes very soon. So thanks very much for listening to our show. Music is Tin Pan Alley by Dan Barton.
Thank you very much, Dan Barton. You've been Paul.
You've been Nathan.
And this has been Boobah Rhymes with Tuba. That was fun.
There'll be some more editing fun. Editing magic.
Leave it. It'll be fine.